Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Dr. David Silverman. I am coming to you from just outside Washington, D.C. in North Bethesda, Maryland. Happy that you're here. We're going to be talking about something that is truly a breakthrough. Unlike anything that you've ever heard of, you may have some information on this already. The person that's introducing it to you may have already sent you some information. This is a journey in learning about this, and it is something unlike anything else. It's a massive breakthrough in the health science field that everybody is going to know about very, very shortly. Right now, there's about 200,000 people using this product around the world in about 25 countries. But you are among the very few that are finding out about this now. And a little bit about me. My background is foot and ankle surgery. I was board certified in foot and ankle surgery, foot orthopedics in Maryland, doing my own practice, my own surgery center. Was introduced to the world of holistic healing in 1997, and that was 9 years into practicing. And in 1999, I sold my practice. I just fell in love with this whole concept of helping the body heal itself versus just throwing drugs and knives at it. And I made a very good living as a physician, and I loved helping people. I still love helping people. That's why I do this. But for me, I'm very into helping people, but I'm also into enjoying life and spending time with the people that I love. And as a physician, I spent all my time in the office and all my time in the operating room in the hospital. And I found a way, which we'll discuss, to break out of that trap of being on a treadmill every day for 40 years and living life to the fullest. We'll talk about that also. There's a picture at the bottom of the screen of my wife, Wendy. We were in Maine. It's on the beach there. In the upper right picture is a picture of my grandmother on her 100th birthday. She'll be 105 in February. So this picture is 5 years old already, which is amazing. Yes, I believe in natural healing and holistic medicine. Those are my three kids 5 years ago, Max, Brett, and Flory. They're all a bit older now. My oldest has graduated, and I have two in college. So that's a little bit about me. But we're not here to talk about me. We're to talk about this. This is the product. It's called ASEA, A-S-E-A. And it is the only one of its kind, and we will talk about this. There are over 30 patents on what's in that bottle, which is pretty remarkable. And then the company came out with another form of the same technology, which we'll discuss, in a topical form, in a gel form. And this has kind of accelerated things because we're talking about rejuvenating the body, and the gel, you put it on and you can see the rejuvenation and feel the rejuvenation. Where the drink, you can sense it, you can move better, you sleep better, but you can't see it. You can see what the gel does, which is pretty cool. So we're going to be talking about the breakthrough because there are a lot of people that are physically hurting. They're stressed because they have physical problems, but it's not just physical problems people are stressed by, also mental problems, emotional problems, financial problems, which is a real big one. And a lot of these people, most people, really don't know where to turn. And it causes more stress. They don't sleep at night. They take sleeping pills because they're stressed about their problems. And if they don't know where to turn and they're not made aware of, if they're not made aware of solutions, possible solutions, then their suffering just continues. So we're going to be addressing this. So when someone finds out that this is real, what we're going to talk about, and by trying it, they make it very easy to test it, and someone knows, a person knows that it's real. You have the opportunity to make a difference and to change lives, including your own. Lack of money is the #1 cause of stress by far in this world, if you think about it. Unless you really have a health issue, a challenge, it's keeping you from really limiting you from doing a lot of things or things you need to do, then the #1 cause of stress for most people is lack of money. Insufficient money to pay the bills causes stress. Not being able to save enough for retirement and wondering, God, how long am I going to have to work? How am I going to live when I retire, when I can't work? What if I get hurt? What happens to my money? If I can't work, I go on disability and live on this much. So lack of money really is the #1 cause of stress in most people's lives. And lack of time is the #2 cause of stress and #1 cause of regret. And what do I mean? Well, most people spend most of their life working, seeking work, working, commuting to and from work, worrying about job security, worrying about the economy, worrying about their bills. And so lack of time is a big thing because a lot of time is spent worrying about all these things. And I think we all know people that say this, and maybe you, and maybe someone that you love. I don't have the time to do the things I want to do, let alone the things that I've always wanted to do. Those are dreams, things that you really want to travel, take the time to be able to volunteer, take a month off. You can't do that because we're on a treadmill. People live for the weekend very often. They live for summer vacation. They live for retirement. And what's going by during that time? Life. Life goes by. And so what about day-to-day life, having fun, making a difference in people's lives? These are all really important issues. And most people just go about their day, keep doing what they're doing because that's all they know. They're not aware of any other options. But it's really funny that once you're aware of something, it just is very, very obvious. We're aware of this now, okay? We're aware of Renew 28, the people that are introducing this to you and myself. We're aware of it. But once you're aware of something, it's just so obvious. You never knew it was there, but it's obvious. So I'm going to give you an example. You ever see a FedEx truck go by? You may be driving along later today and see it, or drive by a FedEx place. Look at the FedEx sign. Someone pointed out to me, David, did you ever notice there's a little arrow in that sign? And I looked at it, I'm like, where is there an arrow? I'm looking at it now. Where's the arrow? And I kept looking. I said, no, I don't see it. Where is it? And they said, look between the E and the X. So I looked between the E and the X, and there it is. There's a little white arrow pointing to the right. I never noticed it. Now, that's not a big deal, but it illustrates that sometimes things are right in front of you, and you just got to pay attention. I could say, I don't see the arrow, forget it, and walk away, okay? People could say, oh, I think this is just salt and water, and walk away. You got to look a little deeper, and you see it, and then it's very obvious. So here's a question. What if, with regards to health, okay, health aspect, you had something that really worked? It really, really worked, and it was completely safe, and everybody gets results, okay? It's from regards to health. And what if it was, from an opportunity standpoint, as far as stress and money stress, it was a true category creator, a new frontier of science that had sustainability because it's heavily patented, over 30 patents, no competition, no copycats, okay? So first things first, talking about health, you gotta have something that works to have an opportunity, okay? So let's talk about the product. Let's first talk about what ASEA and Renew 28 are not, okay? Because before we talk about what it is, it's important to kind of realize it fits its own category. It's not a vitamin, it's not a mineral, it's not a juice, it's not an antioxidant. It's none of those things. ASEA and Renew 28, they've created their own category. It's one category, okay? They can do things that nothing else can because there's something inside of both of these products that is nowhere else except inside of you. That may sound kind of strange because you don't eat a blueberry and say, oh, what's in the blueberries in me? This is inside of you. Your body makes what's inside of this bottle. So in ASEA and Renew 28, okay, this is what they are. It's the world's first and only redox signaling supplement and topical application. Redox signaling, okay? Redox signaling molecules, that's what we're talking about. Nobody really has heard of that, but it's pretty amazing. When I did some due diligence on this, and my motivation to look into this wasn't even my own health. It wasn't the business opportunity. My motivation is my dad had a prostate issue, okay? Everybody's motivated to learn about this for different reasons. You can dismiss it and look at the bottle and say, oh, the ingredients say sodium chloride and water. It's just salt water, and look at some websites. Forget it, okay? I'll tell you what, if you're motivated to look deeper than that, because you are going to find out this is real eventually. It's just a matter of probably months, maybe 2 years. It starts getting national press. Now it's local press, tons of journals. But when the masses, the herd, sees it on television, all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, I need to get this stuff. Try it. Do your due diligence now, especially if you love somebody with a health issue, and especially if you're stressed about money. Find out it's real now in December of 2014 rather than December 2015 for many reasons, health and opportunity. So let's get into what redox signaling molecules are. And there are websites I'm going to give you that will give you more details on this. So I'm going to move quickly, but understand that I'm going to give you websites. Have a pen and paper ready so you can write this down. This little pink ovule here is symbolizing a cell in your body. Doesn't matter if it's a brain cell, muscle cell, bone cell, whatever it is. Every one of your cells in your body has something called a mitochondria in it, except for your red blood cells. Every cell has it. It's the power plant of the cell. It creates a molecule called ATP. This is the molecule that your body burns for fuel. You don't burn protein, you don't burn fat. Your body converts these things into ATP. It's pretty remarkable. So in the process of creating this molecule, during the Krebs cycle, it's called K-R-E-B, Krebs cycle, your body, in the mitochondria, these two other products called reductants and oxidants are produced. I was taught as a bio major at Maryland and as in podiatry school in Chicago in the 80s that redox molecules were a waste product. There was no known function. Well, when I started investigating this from my father back in very late 2010, December of 10, I was shocked to find out that in the 90s it was discovered that these things have some serious function, but no one knew that they could create them outside the body, which we'll talk about. So scientists have discovered now that redox signaling molecules are foundational to cellular health. And this is just a paradigm shift. This is like Christopher Columbus discovering that the world is, or proving that the world is round versus flat. This is a major, major breakthrough. And it's not a drug, but it is on the order of a breakthrough of penicillin, if not more, the discovery of penicillin. So I was shocked to see all these journals dedicated to redox signaling, cellular implications of redox signaling. That's a huge statement, cellular implications of redox signaling. And at this slide is over 2 years old, over 8,000 studies on redox signaling in peer-reviewed journals. Go to pubmed.gov, put in redox signaling. It's amazing. Some of the people doing the investigations don't really get a full grasp that it's not just reactive oxygen species, it's reduced species, it's ROS and RS, but that's okay. I mean, some people are further along in their knowledge about this. We're very far along. The person introducing this to you probably cannot explain this entire book on redox signaling to you, okay? And even as a physician, it's very, very difficult to get through and read it, but it's all there, and it's a fact. And we're in the right place at the right time for people that want to take control of their health, because now this exists, and also people that want to make money. So what do redox signaling molecules do? Well, if you look at this slide, this is like a slide of cells. And you can see the little black nuclei, a little dark circle nuclei in the middle of these cells. And then you see 3 black blotches here. Those represent abnormal cells. They could be in the muscle, they could be in the tissue. They're cells that are broken, damaged, mutating. They're not normal. They don't look like the other cells. There's something wrong with these 3 black blotches. Well, what does your body do about that when that happens? Whether it's an injury or a tonsillectomy and you have burned tissue, or a cell is mutating. Well, the immune system, that's the immune system's function. The immune system can do amazing things. So the immune system's function is to protect the body from bad things, to detect when there are problems within the body, like these little black blotches here, and either to go down and repair those damaged cells, and if they can't repair them, replace them. And it's called apoptosis. The body will destroy the bad cells, clean up the debris, and normal cells take their place. So if you look at the little black blotches carefully, you see them disappearing. That doesn't happen by magic. Your immune system does that, okay? Your immune system does this. It just, if it can't repair the cells, it replaces them, okay? And instead of the idea of giving drugs to cover symptoms of cells that are bad, okay? And this is really important. We're gonna get to a slide in a minute, and it's just gonna make real clear sense what this is. So redox signaling molecules allow your cells to communicate their vital message for health and healing with clarity and precision. What does that mean? Well, let's go back at that slide. When your body detects these little damaged cells, the immune system has to be alerted that there's a problem. The immune system has to hear that there's a problem. Signals are sent, signals are sent to the immune system and say, hey, we got a problem down here in our stomach cells. We have a problem down here in our esophagus cells. We have a problem here in our eye cells. We have a problem in the brain cells. We got a fractured bone down here. The immune system rushes down to take care of the problem. But the immune system has to hear that there's a problem. And let me go back to that last thing here. Redox signaling molecules allow your cells to communicate their vital message for health and healing with clarity and precision. They amplify and clarify the signaling. That's what they do. They don't heal you. Redox molecules do not heal you. It just makes your body communicate better, okay? So what's the result? When our 75 trillion cells are healthy, we are healthy. We basically live and die at a cellular level. Our health is determined by the level of the health of our cells. Bottom line, that's what it is. Everything's about cells. Doesn't matter what you're talking about, what issue you're talking about, okay? So people ask, okay, so my body makes these things. Great. Well, why in the world would I want to drink more of them? And what's in this bottle is identical to what's in you. And not sort of, kind of, identical. Same thing in here. So why do you want more of them? Here's why. Because when you're very young, your cells are very efficient at producing redox signaling molecules. And this is a fact. Your mitochondria are very plentiful, they're densely packed, they're vibrant, and they produce a ton of ATP and a ton of redox signaling molecules. So little kids they're very different than someone who's 20, 30, 40, 50, 80 years old. My grandmother's 105. What happens? We start producing less and less of these molecules at the age of 10 or 12. We start getting into puberty, our cells become less efficient. Yes, we start going downhill at that age. If you don't believe me, who heals faster from a tonsillectomy? A 2-year-old or a 15-year-old? Most people say, I'd do anything to be 15 years old again. Well, yeah, sure. You heal very, very quickly. A 15-year-old is going to heal faster than a 50-year-old. Why is that? Because a 15-year-old has more redox signaling molecules than a 50-year-old. A little baby has a ton of them. That's why little kids heal so quickly. That's why little kids have so few diseases. That's why little kids, their skin is so soft. That's why little kids have so much energy. That's why little kids can fall down on the playground 6 or 7 times and get up and go to school the next day, where if you look down this list, these people, these women down the right, any one of them, if they fall down, they're not getting up the next day and going to school so easy. Maybe the girl with the tennis racket, but the two ladies on the one on the ball, the exercise ball, and the older woman standing there happy with the flowers, she falls down. What happens? It can be a nightmare. Well, why is that? Go back to the little kid. Let's use an example, not of a disease, not of a mutation. Let's just talk about an injury. This little kid here, crawling along the ground and scrapes his knee or falls down or crawling on the street and has an abrasion on the knee. What happens? Okay. Well, look and see what happens. The immune system is called with a megaphone. The call for help is so loud because this child is so full of redox signaling molecules that it's like a megaphone being used calling for help. We have damaged cells down here, skin cells, subcutaneous tissue. Come down and fix the problem. The immune system rushes down and heals it. Toot sweet. Go down to the lady on the right. What happens when she falls down? The call is like a whisper for help. The call is, I fell down and hurt my knee. Okay, I fell down, I can't get up. Sounds like a commercial. I fell down and hurt my knee. Come down here and help. The call is very, very quiet. The immune system can't hear that there's a call as clearly because there's so few, 10% left from being a baby, of redox molecules. So the immune system can't do what it did when it was younger. That's the miracle of redox signaling molecules. What I want to do, if we can, is, and then we're going to get a little more into the science, and then we're going to close with the business aspect. At this point, we'd like to get a couple of testimonials. I'm going to ask Harold Corner if he could unmute his line, and we're only going to get one testimony here, and we don't make any medical claims, okay? So, Harold, could you unmute your microphone for me?
I did just now.
Very good, thank you. So Harold's just going to take a minute to share what his experience was without making any medical claims, because this is not a drug, and in this country, we can only make medical claims about products that are deemed drugs. This is not a drug, it's far from it, and it allows your body to heal itself. But Harold, go ahead and share if you would.
Okay, thank you. Several years ago, I was diagnosed with a health issue that a lot of older men, as they get older, are pronounced with it. And I contacted Dr. Silverman, and at that time he introduced me to one of his doctor friends who happens to be a urologist. And between the two of them, they encouraged me to buy a case of product and use it. At that time, I was experiencing a problem with this disease that had left me totally incontinent, meaning that I couldn't get away from the bathroom, get the urge to go to the bathroom every 45 minutes to an hour at most. So my sleep at night was terribly disrupted, and I would wake up in the morning and I would almost felt like I hadn't ever been to bed. And so therefore my energy level had been depleted considerably, and my ability to focus had been depleted. So I bought, at their recommendation, I bought a case, and I started drinking 2 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces at night as the product. And lo and behold, within 3 weeks' time, rather than being awakened with the urge to go to the bathroom every 45 minutes to an hour, I was now sleeping on average 2 to 2.5 hours in that 3-week period of time. So obviously the product had benefited me tremendously at that time. And so I continued on with the product for a few more weeks, and I decided that I should share this with a lot of my friends that I have around the world that have the same type of product or physical challenge or other ones, and I started to do the business. And it's been very phenomenal. I now take 4 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces at night, and I'm sleeping on average of about 3 hours to 3 hours and a half, depending on what I drink after 9 o'clock at night. So it's been a very, very great enhancement to me. I now have more energy. I've got my ability to focus back, and I just continually to promote the product based on what it's done for me.
Thank you very much, Harold. I really appreciate that. So you started out looking at it as a solution to a health challenge, but once you saw that it actually worked on you and a couple other people, you saw the business aspect of this. Is that correct?
Yeah, I sure did. I'm, as you know, I'm a businessman all of my life, and so I saw an opportunity here to not only help other people, but to also support my retirement income, which I've been doing now for about 15 months.
So for 15 months, and again, we're going to get back to talking about the product, but while I have you, Harold, we're going to talk about in a few minutes about how to create an income of at least $1,000 a month on a residual basis, which is a decent amount of money. Someone's not earning earning about 100,000 or less. That's at least a 12% raise, but it's residual income. It just comes whether they're working or not. For people that make a lot of money, $1 million or $500,000 a year, it's still a lot of money because it takes $500,000 in the bank at today's interest rates to create an income of $1,000 a month in residual income without touching the principal. It takes $500,000 in the bank creating that kind of income. So we're going to talk about that in just a minute. You don't have to give me a number, but are you at least at that point where you're earning $1,000 a month?
Yes, David, I'm more than double that, on my way to triple that.
That's great. On a residual basis, it's kind of nice, especially when you're looking at retirement, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Harold, thank you very much. I really appreciate you being on the call.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue here. I got about 10 minutes left. So the ASEA breakthrough was after 17 years of research and millions of dollars proving that this was completely non-toxic, which is pretty cool. There's no toxicity to it. You can drink gallons of it. It doesn't interfere with any medicines because it's already inside of you. These molecules are inside of you already. It's just that you had more when you were younger. You can't be allergic to it because they're inside of you already. Everybody has the same redox molecules in them. And remarkable, even comes with a money-back guarantee. So it's native to the body. It's safe for all tissues. No banned substances for athletes. I don't know that we're going to have time to get into the athletic benefits of this product, but I will give you a website. So have a pen handy because you can get all of it. Okay, we have limited time here. Low sodium content. People say I have high blood pressure, I can't take it. There's very little sodium in here. It's made from salt and water, which I'm going to show you, but there's less salt in a daily amount that you take, which is 2 ounces twice a day, 4 ounces a day. There's less salt in that amount of ASEA than in a slice of whole wheat bread. So people say, oh, I can't touch it. It's like, dig deeper. Don't dismiss on the surface like people do. As some people do. They're like, oh no, it's got salt in it. Read it. It's 123 milligrams of sodium, very little salt. It's a miracle of modern science. It really, really is, to have something that works so differently than drugs. So here's the process. And your body does this in seconds. ASEA takes 3.5 days to do this. The company starts with, and we'll talk about where it's made, pristine salt water. There's no other minerals in it. It's not Himalayan salt or Utah salt. It's sodium, chloride, and H2O. And the water is distilled water and reverse osmosis and distilled again. So it's very pure water, very pure salt. They have a process where they break the bonds of the redox of the salt and water molecules. The bonds are broken. Okay, so now you have free-floating sodium chloride, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms. And then they're restructured to form these redox signaling molecules, 16 of them, 18 matching sets. It was thought to be impossible to create redox molecules outside the body in a stable form where they wouldn't just turn back into salt water. They inherently want to go back into salt water. That's why there's over 30 patents on this product. They found a way to stabilize the molecules so that there's actually a shelf life of over a year. You look at the top of the bottle and you'll see there's a shelf life of at least a year on this product, which is remarkable. Other labs could make them, but they weren't stable. There's been a race to do this. And we're going to give you a video to watch in just a minute. So ASEA made the impossible possible. Helps your cells regain optimal efficiency, which empowers the body to heal itself. What a concept. You know, open up people's drug cabinets, look what's in there. And as we age, it just gets more and more, and they come with side effects. Wow. What if there's a place for drugs, there's a place for surgery. Thank God we have it. But wow, what if a lot of people could help the body heal itself instead of deal with all the side effects and chasing symptoms? So it's one of the most important breakthroughs in the last 100 years. Here's some websites. There's athletic performance benefits, no banned substances. Athletes just tear up their records. This is not my passion, but athletes love this part of it. Go to athleteedge.com. You'll see double-blind studies. You'll see athletes. You'll see everything there. Amazingmolecules.com, incredible website, a lot of interest-specific videos. Watch the Genesis video. Genesis, just think the beginning, Genesis. It explains why this is sold the way it is, the word of mouth, why it's not in the hands of a pharmaceutical company, why it's not on store shelves. And you'll see the people that founded this company are running it. Very powerful. If you're looking at it as a business, absolutely Google search everything you see there. It's amazing. Here's a quick 7-minute snapshot, 7minutes.info. Okay, so those are some very good sites. So the company started launched in late 2010, but in May of 14, the company introduced Renew 28. This is a topical gel version, and we're going to show some very cool pictures. So hang on here. It's in a gel form. What do you do with it? Well, it was tested by a very, very, very prestigious lab in Germany, who tests. This lab tests the most expensive skin creams, skin products for just skin, facial skin appearance and texture. They test in the world. But this is pretty cool because this product is not just for that. Yes, aging skin, fantastic. Which is what a lot of people have, a lot of vanity. We want to look good. We want to feel good. Great. How about skin issues other than aging skin? Pretty amazing. Hurting joints and muscles. Try it for that. It's pretty remarkable. Can't make medical claims, but if you have a sore shoulder, rate what the discomfort is, rub it in, see how you feel. Your back, your neck, anywhere. Couples love just slathering it on and rubbing it on each other's necks and shoulders. And it feels like somebody's still rubbing it 10 minutes later. And it's just, there's no menthol or anything in this like that. It's made from salt and water. There are 2 other ingredients in this that are non-toxic. There's a clay and a buffer that makes it into a gel. Otherwise, it would just be, liquid like this. So let's see what we got here. This is the lab that tested it. Look up Dermatest in Germany. Independent lab. This is the best, and this is who ASEA sent it to test the product out. What did they find? Well, number one, they gave them a 5-star rating. That's the highest rating they give with 0 toxicity. Look at the ingredients on any skincare products you're using and Google search the ingredients. You're going to find there's a lot of toxicity in these things, a lot. Whether you buy it at stores, doctor's offices, network marketing companies, look at the ingredients on it, okay? This has 4 ingredients: salt, water, a silicate, and a buffer. And the silicate is a clay. It's totally inert, 0 toxicity, all the ingredients. So what did they find, this incredible lab, prestigious lab? Well, decrease in wrinkle depth. This is within 28 days. Some people take longer, but within 28 days, this is what they said they found. And this is an objective lab. 21% decrease in wrinkle depth. Wow. Improvement in overall wrinkles, 23%. Improvement in facial skin texture, 22%. 23% improvement in smoothness of the skin. I'm going to show you pictures in a minute. 20% increase in the elasticity. Wait, are we noticing things about children here? Okay. Increased in skin hydration, 11%. There's no moisturizer in this. It's a gel. Gels are not supposed to make your skin moister. But look at that, 11% increase in hydration, just incredible. Excuse me. So let's just take a look at some real results within 28 days. Look at the wrinkles, crow's feet around this person's eye. 28 days. Look at this. Nothing else different. Do you see this? Look under the eye and around the eye. This is a friend of mine in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is 2 weeks of putting on the top of his head. Look at the spots. You know anybody that lives in a sun belt or has spots? Look at this. Does it get rid of all of them? No. But look, you still see them, but look how they faded. It's pretty remarkable. Look at this neck. Okay, shake the tube up really well to make a gel, put it on your hand, rub it in, do it twice a day, do it 10 times, do whatever you want. It's guaranteed for a month. Just play with the heck out of it and watch what happens. Just remarkable. Forehead, look at that. Left side, right side. 28 days, no injections, no Juvederm, no Botox. This is remarkable. This is Dr. Morin. He's a research veterinarian. Okay, he's all about research. So he saw what the drink did for his health, and then when the gel just came out, he goes, I'm just going to put it on half my face, and let's see what happens. A true experimenter. What do you see on the difference on his face? Look, I'll put the cursor. Look at the line by his lip here compared to the other side, okay? Look at the smoothness of his skin next to his granddaughter compared to the other side. This is really remarkable. Does it get rid of everything? No, it doesn't. His forehead didn't have as dramatic a result the rest of his face, but look at that. It's just incredible. So let's talk about the company real quick to wrap this up. Very unique cause-driven company, very unique founders with a very unique story. And it's on an enormously important and meaningful and humbling mission. This is not just some company, okay? And when you watch the Genesis video at amazingmolecules.com, you'll get a better feel for that, okay? So this is the headquarters in Salt Lake City, and this is the new production facility on the left that they just built, because this is ramping up, and this is why they built this facility. Because now, this is not a brand new thing. ASEA is 4 years old. They own their own manufacturing facility, US, which there's the new one on the left at the bottom. There are 12 separate distribution centers. There are 25 markets we're in. Opened in the US in soft launch late 2009, hard launch late 2010, went into Canada. Now they're in 20 countries in Europe, about to open some more. They're in Australia, they're in New Zealand, they're in Mexico. They're going to push into Central South America, Asia, Africa. This will be a worldwide phenomenon. Worldwide phenomenon. For entrepreneurs, you just think about Bill Gates in his garage. Okay, this is where we are. And once someone tries this product on 10, 12 people, they realize this is happening with or without them. Okay, so they've done over 200 million in sales since the launch. Now they're close to 200,000 people, associates and customers. Just 200,000 is a big number, but as far as the world's population goes and the amount of people that are going to be on this product when it's national press, that's tiny. We're at the very beginning. There's about 200,000 people on the product now. Highly experienced management team. Again, watch the Genesis video at amazingmolecules.com. I stress that. The company was profitable in 1 year of business. They have zero debt and pre-momentum. We haven't hit the big curve yet. We're going up like this. It's a curve like this, and then we're really pre-momentum. We're going to momentum in 2015, and for business people, when that happens, the curve goes like this. So we're casting our net as large and as wide as we can right now. That production facility, by the way, they ramped it up. It can handle $500 million in production of the drink, $300 million in production of the gel. That's with the tools that are there right now. They have enough room in that facility to double that, okay? Everything is made in the US. Everything is made in the US, which is very comforting to a lot of people. Okay, most companies, when they make something, they have to get it to the customers. What do? They advertise the heck out of it, okay? It doesn't work with a product like this. It just does not work. So what the company has done, and the Genesis video explains it really well why they did this, because they saw something really interesting happen when they test marketed it. They go straight to the customer, word of mouth. If you don't think word of mouth works, in 4 years, over $200 million, it works. This will be $1 billion company within 2 years. This will go viral. Viral not by the internet, viral by mouths. You tell 10 people, they each tell 10 people. Now you got 100 more people on the product. Each of those 100 tell 10, you got 1,000. Each of those 1,000 tell 10, you got 10,000. Each of those 10 tell 10 people, you got 100,000. Each of those 10 people tell 10 people, you got 1 million people. This is the power of word of mouth when you have a real product that really, really works. So the only way for someone to really know that it works is to try it. We say, ASEA for yourself. That's what Debbie, my friend, told me, to see it for yourself. And actually, I got my dad on before myself. So you order some product, ASEA and Renew, comes with a money-back guarantee for 30 days. You have no risk whatsoever. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. So most people say, hey, it's safe, it's guaranteed, my neck hurts, I'm going to try it. It's safe, it's guaranteed, my son doesn't think clearly or doesn't focus, I'm going to try it. It's safe, it's guaranteed, I've got wrinkles, I'm going to try it. It's safe, it's guaranteed, I don't sleep at night, I'm going to try it. Safe, it's guaranteed, I was bitten by a tick, I'm going to try it. This is what happens. People have to make that decision to try the product, and the company makes it very easy to do that. While we recommend being on it at least for 90 days to give it a good test, you track your progress very carefully for 30 days. I have had two people return the product in 3.5 years, okay? And they didn't even take it properly. Track your progress very carefully. The thing that you want to see go away first may not be the first thing your body wants to get rid of or finds to be the most important thing, so pay attention to every little thing as you're drinking it. Consistency is key. Once you are feeling better and looking better and stronger, you don't want to go back to the way that you were. So the company has a program called auto ship where they will ship you the product every single month. You can cancel it whenever you want. You can change the address. You can change the amount. You can do whatever you want. You're not tied into it. But you want to be on auto ship because you get a discount on shipping, and you want to be consistent if you're on auto ship instead of running out and then having to go order it. And there's a lot of reasons to get on auto ship, okay? And by the way, the auto ship, that blue is where the opportunity is here. That's where the residual income is. That's why Harold's making the money is. That's why I'm making the money I am. That's why a lot of the people are making a lot of money in this because of auto ship. If people want to stay young and feel young with this product, they have to continue on the product. So monthly auto ship, if you sign up as an associate, which we'll talk about in a minute, and most people join as an associate not to make money initially. Most people do not join as an associate initially to make money. They do it to save money. They get free product and get at wholesale price, like joining Costco without a renewal fee. So if you get on auto ship as an associate at the beginning, you order your product, which is guaranteed, and you get on auto ship, which means in a month they send you product. If you don't like the product, cancel the auto ship. If you do like the product, after the third month, you get another free case. So you get a free case in month 3, and I'll show you how to get a free case in month 1. So you can also have your company pay for your auto ship on an ongoing basis if you're an associate. And this is just one of the ways you make money, and there's 6 ways, and we're not going to go into them. I'm just going to show you just one simple thing here. Look at this chart, month 1. You're on the product, you know that it works, your knee feels better, your neck feels better, you're sleeping better, whatever it is, whatever your problem is, and your family members, and you're like, okay, I'm going to tell 2 people. You tell 2 people, they try it, it's safe and it's guaranteed. They go to your free website because the company gives you a free website. They order the product and test it. They love it. They're on auto ship. Month 1, you make $10. Okay, big deal. Month 2, those 2 people go and they each tell 2 people. Okay, you're not even telling anybody else, but you told those 2. And this is just one mechanism making money here to pay for your product on an ongoing basis. I'm not getting into making a lot of money here. But that month, the second month, you make $30 because you got 6 people on auto ship. Now those 4 people, the next month, in month 3, they each tell 2 people. Teach 2 to reach 2. Okay, what do you have then? Now you make $70 that month. But look at month 4. Those 8 each told 2 people. Everybody's telling 2. Your income at that point is $150 a month. That more than pays for your product, which we'll talk about in a second. So you can get your product paid for people on fixed incomes that are worried about it. Their quality of life is so much better because they're on the product. And maybe they're getting rid of some other things they're spending money on to make themselves feel better. But there is a way to actually make money to pay for your product. Compensation plan, I'm not going into this in detail. As I said, there are 6 ways to make money. They pay you weekly. There's ways to make fast profits immediately, pay for your product, part-time, full-time, big-time income. 6 ways to make money. I want to show you, just point out the green ones, because green ones are not the way you probably make money. The green ones are residual income. I was a doctor. I had to go to work to get paid. A wallpaper hanger has to be hanging wallpaper to get paid. A teacher has to teach to get paid. A movie star can make a movie and keep making money on residuals, okay? An author can do that too. A person that owns an apartment building that pays $5 million for an apartment building, they make residual income because they have tenants. Most people don't have that, okay? Most people don't have $500,000 in the bank to make $1,000 a month in income. Excuse me, but if you look at this, there are 4 different ways that you make residual income. And again, number 4, the AAA bonus, that's the auto ship bonus. We focus on showing people how to make $1,000 a month. Once they do that and they see other people making $1,000 a week, they're like, hey, I want that. I can see the $1,000 a month that's coming in. I want to make $1,000 a week. I want to make $4,000 a month. And they see people making a lot more than that, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a week, which sounds absurd to people that don't understand network marketing and geometric progression. Once they're making $1,000 a month, they can kind of see that. And then they see other people that are making the money they want to make. And it's like, okay, I help other people make $1,000 a month. So there's something here for everybody. It's what do you want? What do you need? You want better health? Become a customer, okay? Better health, sleep, energy, and refer others to the person that invited you. Excuse me. You want to make some part-time money, help others, make some extra money? Fantastic. You can lead to replacement income. If you have a big vision and you're like, okay, I get it. Once you know the product works, teach others how to teach others. You can make enormous income. Become a teacher. Becoming a customer, you can become a customer and order the product, retail or wholesale. You have no ability to earn income. with this, but you can get the product, okay? You get a discount by becoming a preferred customer. Ask the person who invited you about that. Most people become an associate because it gives you the ability to get your product paid for, gives you a free website. You have tax write-offs. You can make money, as much money as you want to make. This is network marketing. It's not net wish marketing. I'm realistic with people. I tell you, if you want financial freedom, figure doing this part-time for 3 years. Figure doing it part-time for 3 years, and then you can have choices in your life. And we all know how fast 3 years goes by. What do you do to be an associate? Sign up, it's $40, you get a free website, it's a one-time fee. Activate with an order, at least one case. You want to order at least 2 cases, and I'll tell you why in a minute, or 4 tubes of Renew. The reason you want to order at least 2 cases is because you drink 2 ounces twice a day with this product. You baseline everything in your health before you start. After a week, if you're not seeing improvement, go to 4 ounces twice a day. Well, every case has 4 bottles. And at 2 ounces twice a day, you're going through about a bottle a week. Well, after a week, if you're not seeing results, you're going to start going through 2 bottles. If you only have a 1 4-bottle case, you will burn through it very quickly. So you want to have at least 2 cases on hand. You have enough to double. Comes with a money-back guarantee. Take it right. Don't chintz on it. Take it correctly so you know that it works now versus later, whether it's just for health reasons or also you're looking at it as an opportunity. It's better to know now before the masses know it's real, so test it correctly. Most people will order 4 cases. The reason is because if they order 3, they're basically getting 1 for free. They're paying $10 for the fourth case. And you only get that at the time of enrolling. So instead of ordering 2, what most people do is they'll order 4. They'll have enough to test it really well on 2 people. Now you have 2 people baselining everything and taking it properly, okay? The Renew, there are options on ordering a Renew. Talk to the person that invited you, is introducing this to you. This is an incredible product for a lot of reasons. But for humanity, for most, and really this changes people's lives with serious issues, skin issues, but this is the humanity-changing product. And I can't stress that strongly enough. But if it takes trying the Renew for 30 days to see that it works, the redox stimulating molecules is real, then so be it. So you order your product, get on auto ship, and in the 3rd month you get a free case, and then you start sharing with other people. That's what this is about. You're going to share it when it works. You're going to share it from just the goodness of your heart. You're going to do it from the goodness of your heart, and you want to make some money. Whatever drives you, fine, but you will feel pretty obligated. Support, you're not in business by yourself, but you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We have incredible tools. I can't go through all of this now because we're running a little bit late, but there's an infrastructure in place. So once you're ready to go, don't just start doing this yourself. If you want to do this, do it right. You have a team in place. Look at the bottom thing. Go to the convention. The 5th year convention is in Salt Lake City on April 30th to May 2nd. You will get the big picture. You will meet everybody. You will tour the facilities, both the headquarters and the production facility. You will know that you're at the beginning of something massive, massive. And if you don't make the commitment to go, you won't know until the next convention. The next year, you'll eventually go. Better to go now. It's a tax write-off. Okay? So it's a tax write-off. Talk to the person that invited you. In fact, if you order plane tickets now and your tickets for the event and hotel, it's a write-off for 2014. It's a business expense. So who do you know deserves to know about ASEA and Renew 28? We all love people with issues. And once you know that it works, there's nothing there's nothing better in life than making a living while you're making a difference. It really is a meaningful venture. So again, ASEA for yourself. That's what we say. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Just try it. Get back to the person that invited you and is giving this gift to you and your family. And as we say, and as I will end, what you do with these products is you drink it, you wear it, and you share it. And I will tell you that when you do that, I have a very good friend who's an optometrist that's just getting involved, and he added one thing to his signature. It says, drink it, wear it, share it, profit, which is really what happens just by doing these things. So thank you all very, very much. Hope you have a wonderful day. If you're watching this live, there will be another one tomorrow at 11 a.m., same meeting number. Have a great weekend.